And Indigenous communities across Canada reacting to the Pope's apology this afternoon. As Emily Taylor tells us, many say that while it's positive to hear the head of the church ask for forgiveness, they had hoped he would commit to concrete action.
I'm happy for the survivors that they're getting something that they've asked for. Anything we can do for residential school survivors, I think, is crucial. I'm still a little frustrated at the amount of time that it took, and I really hope that the words aren't just empty words and that they're followed by a meaningful change.
The Niagara Regional Native Center says that any amount of healing the church can offer to residential school survivors is a step in the right direction. But the executive director is worried that today's apology might be all that Indigenous communities get.
The time for words has now passed, and the time for action, things like land back, things like contributing to healing funds, that's really what people are looking for beyond the words. If it ends now with a few words being spoken, then that's not enough.
In his speech to an audience of residential school survivors and Indigenous community members, Pope Francis acknowledged that begging for a pardon is not the end of the matter, and says that the church wants to help survivors heal from the trauma they suffered.
We need the church to acknowledge that crimes were committed and to accept responsibility for those crimes.
Doug George is a survivor of the former Mohawk Institute residential school and a member of the Akwesasne Mohawk Nation, a nation that had close ties with the Catholic Church. He'll be traveling to Quebec this week to meet with the Pope in person and demand that he take the apology one step further. George says that Indigenous communities need access to the church's records in order to uncover more unmarked graves at the site of former residential schools.
What I really want to do on behalf of our group is develop a working relationship with the church. We need their cooperation if we're going to answer those questions about the children. We need to identify them, and none of us know who they are at this point or how many, and that's why we're insistent that they open up all of their records to us.
The Pope is set to continue meetings with members of the Indigenous communities across Canada this week, with stops in Quebec and Nunavut.